Welcome to the threesome, y'all. I can't even talk tonight. Welcome to the threesome, y'all. This is the podcast for the
Storm
three
is
of
high.
us. I am not high.
Give it a minute.
Matter of fact, I forgot I took that thing just that quick.
Oh, just
Like I
wait.
completely forgot about it. That's what everybody says, that it takes a while to kick in when you ingest it in this way. But we'll see.
Just don't fall for that. It hasn't kicked in yet. I'm gonna take another one.
Oh
Right.
no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. I just, I'm just saying I don't feel nothing as of yet. But it's only been what, like 15 minutes, 10, 15 minutes? So, hey,
Oh yeah.
we'll see by the end of this podcast what it's doing. Anyway, welcome to the threesome, y'all. This is the podcast where the three of us try to talk about at least 3 topics each week. If this is your first time finding us, we welcome you and thank you for joining us.
Blessings.
If you are back for more of our shenanigans, then you're the real MVP, and we thank you as well.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back.
The sultry voice you just heard is our point person and optimistic realist. We call her Star.
I'm going to just say hey to everyone this week because I have nothing. I just got off from work. My mind still ain't right, but we're going to do this anyway.
your
Let's go.
And the dulcet baritone that you'll soon hear is our man in the middle, our voice of reason. We like to call him Magic.
Get with it, cause you damn sure won't forget it.
Wow. And ringing up the rear, as always, I like to identify as the pragmatic contrarian of our group, and they call me Storm.
All right, now, getting better.
All right, that was better.
Yeah, that was much better.
Yeah,
I
I'm
was
slightly
gonna-
tipsy at the moment.
Yeah, well, I mean, we are actually experiencing an actual storm right now, so there's that.
Yeah, wish us luck.
WAP.
Y'all ain't hear that thunder? Because that was loud. Okay.
Did you count the time between the lightning and the thunder?
I cannot see the lightning because I'm in the house. So
Good place to be.
the lights on. Yeah. So anyway, anybody have church announcements?
Let's get this brawl over with.
Oh, we want to talk about the brawl like off top, huh?
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
do that.
Black
It'll be
Power.
over by the time this airs, but
Okay.
Black man invented the folding chair.
Yeah, I mean, I can't tell you how many times I watched that thing, and it gives me joy more so than watching it. It gives me joy that Black folks are joyous watching it. You know what I mean? Like that just, it does a little something for me.
Try
Because
that shit in a small town.
right, and that's what I'm saying. Like like it releases some of that trauma. You know what I mean? Like with every swing of the folding chair, some of our trauma gets released. And
I'm gonna say it's about damn time. I'm sick of you motherfuckers holding the camera watching one of us get fucked up and not doing shit. Although there was
Exactly.
enough people
Well,
doing that
and-
too, because Lord knows that got more angles than a fucking Star Wars flick.
I was gonna say it was a lot of that going on, and
Should have
doing what Black folks do, like egging people on. Get her ass. Don't let her go. She was in there too. Okay.
I don't think I took as much joy in it as most of us. But I will say this, there's a whole lot of irony when you pulled that video apart, not only the folding chair invented by a black man, but that actual area at one point was an
Was
auction
used for
block for
the
slaves.
slave trade. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
and
know,
the boat was called Harriet, wasn't it?
Harriet, yeah, the Harriet Tubman.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so all that good symbolism going on. I had an appreciation for that. I will say this though, like you, um, I was happy that people jumped in to help because
Yeah.
there's a whole lot of stuff happening where people just stand around either like looking, or most of them nowadays holding their phones, don't interact, don't call 911, don't do any fucking thing. So the fact that people actually jumped into action to help old boy, um yeah, I will say I was happy about that. um but just that whole thing was just wrong. Like, oh, the guy, and apparently they said he was a security guard at first, but I guess now what they say he's a captain or something of the ship.
Yeah, no
When
telling. He was employed by the ship, clearly.
Okay, so he
Yeah.
was employed by the ship, and it was fucked up because this dude is older, and the guys who jumped on him, come on, man, like, and then
Yeah. Well,
that lady in
that
the
was that.
turquoise, who decided she wanted to come and get her. Listen, listen. If it's a one-on-one fight, it's like, okay, whatever. If
Let it
it's
happen.
2-on-1, that's terrible. You understand what I'm saying? Like, but even with
Right.
that, but then the broad with the turquoise who just decided she wanted to jump in and get some licks for good measure, out of
Oh, she got
anybody,
some licks, all right.
that got their ass whipped, that was the one that I was happy, like, because you had no business. Like, what is your problem? You understand what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that she ticked me off more than anybody in the whole video. Like, you just gonna come in and get licks for good measure. Oh, okay. That's why you got that ass tore out the frame. Now with her, I was like, yeah,
Right.
get
Right.
that bitch. Because
Yeah.
people gonna get into it, you know.
And then
But
at
you didn't
first,
have nothing to do with nothing.
at first, a lot of people were saying, "Oh well, I was okay with everything until they started beating on the women." I'm like, "Well, the women went up in there and was beating
Punks
on
jump
them."
up to get beat down.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
You
Like
get in
you
the
put
mix,
yourself in. Yeah, you put yourself in that melee, and so consequences were had by all.
Yeah.
I feel no I feel no kind of way about that.
Yeah. You decide you want to go jump into something, be prepared for what's gonna happen next.
Absolutely.
Um, but yeah, the preceding jokes and memes, and we had a fight here where somebody was getting beat down with a chair. Did you see that one?
I did not, but
Yeah. It was that.
yeah.
It was like 2 days later, somebody downtown got into a fight with a guy. A black man got into it with it looks like a white guy, and something happened, and the guy just kept rushing after him. Like, he kept rushing him, and the dude popped him one time with the chair. And then he like backed up, but he still had the chair in his hand. And dude came rushing him again. He was like, "What? Bop!" I was like, "What is wrong with dude?" I'm like, "That's pure adrenaline because clearly this fool got a chair in his hand, and you ain't got nothing but your fist. Like, like just stop, just stop." But the
Okay, I
third
think
time
it's
he hit him,
time.
hmm?
I think it's time for this country to address its most relevant racial problem, and that being that
Privilege.
white folks cannot hold their
Yeah.
liquor.
Let's not
Like,
act like that ain't us too. We all know black folks
no,
heat
no,
and
no,
alcohol will start some
no,
shit.
no, 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 no. There are a lot of black folks that can't hold their liquor either. But it seems like ain't a white like I have not seen any white person who is just drunk and not on some bullshit.
Mm, that I can't
I
really
know a
agree
couple
with.
dudes, women.
Especially the women.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
women get to be a little much. Um,
Especially the women.
but what I will say this: when you are out with a bunch of people, white folks, and you want to know if they racist or not, get them drunk.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Get them drunk.
Yep.
Because a whole lot of that comes out. They get real free.
That is true.
That kind of counts to everybody. Alcohol is supposed to release inhibitions, which I guess
guess
all of y'all walk around inhibited all the damn time until you get some in you.
I was gonna say it doesn't do that for me. Like,
it doesn't necessarily do that for me either. Like I
don't have inhibitions.
Alcohol's
to
a
begin
depressant.
with.
I get a drink and go sit my ass down. I might be a hoe after 3 of them, but first couple I'm good.
I was gonna say that I have myself about 6 or 7 shots, and then I'm ready to sleep.
Yeah, me too. I'm ready to go lay down somewhere. I ain't trying to fight.
I'm a fuck first, but
I
ain't trying to whoop nobody's ass.
No.
That might have to do with old age too. It might have been different 20, 30 years ago.
Yeah, it wasn't different for me 20 or 30 years ago.
I think that's the reason why I don't really drink anymore, is because I've been through this dry spell, and I know me. Once I get to drinking, it's like,
watch out,
watch out, watch out.
You was drunk last week. You didn't slip and fall on one.
I intentionally did something to where I would make that phone call, didn't I?
She did. Yeah.
Because I knew I was going to have a few drinks, and I was like, I don't want this to happen.
She blocked her own damn self.
I sure the fuck did, because I didn't want to make that call. Sure did.
I was advocating for it, but, what do I
know? Nope. Bring more headache than needed. Gonna deal with a headache afterwards. Anyway, but shout out. Any other church announcements?
Yes. As a matter of fact, so Mr. Tory Lanez has gotten himself sentenced to 10 years.
Who?
Exactly. Exactly.
The dude who shot a bullet in the air and apparently a fragment hit Megan Thee Stallion's too.
Yeah, because he shot it in the air. That's what happened. Anyway,
honestly, if you look at the actual charges, none of it has anything to do with shooting her. It's more like, all right, dude, you already on probation and busting a gun in public, stupid.
Reckless endangerment kind of charges.
This is what he was charged with. He was found guilty, by the way, in December of all 3 of the charges that prosecutors brought against him. Assault with a firearm, illegal possession of a firearm, and negligent discharge of a gun. And so all 3 of those things he got sentenced for. And the only reason he wasn't sentenced for actually shooting her is because she did him a favor once she got shot. Let's not forget that. And all these before I even get there. So Mr. Lanez, or Mr. Daystar, I guess is his first name. Mr. Daystar Peterson is his real name.
Daystar?
Daystar. Yeah, that's his real name. That is his first legal name, Daystar. No idea where he gets that or where his mama got that.
Canadians.
Here is the statement he made. And by the way, never mind. I won't even go there. He said, "I have never let a hard time intimidate me. I will never let no jail time eliminate me. Regardless of how they try to spin my words, I have always maintained my innocence, and I always will."
Preach, brother.
So that's the statement he released on Instagram. Exactly. Like,
they're short dudes. Like, just accept it. It'll be okay.
And that was exactly my point. And all these dudes out here caping for him, because I don't know what all this Megan hate is amongst dudes. Like, they just do not like her. Well, I have theories.
It's that love-hate thing.
I have theories, but I'll let it go. But all these dudes out here caping for him, y'all don't even like him like that. Y'all never liked him like that. So why are y'all getting behind him on that? Like, please stop. Like, you're embarrassing yourself.
So he was somebody before this?
Not really. That's
Apparently,
my point.
dude
Not
got
really.
hits. I can't name one of them, but he's a star.
He's a star because the only reason people know his name is because of who he was dating. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's one of those.
I've heard people that like his music. I couldn't name one to know if it's good or not.
I have heard people say they like his music, but I have no direct evidence of that because I have never heard not nary a song that he has ever done.
Not nary.
I don't know.
Nobody say that nothing like you say nothing.
Yeah, but so anyway, bye, Mr. Tory Lanez. Hopefully we won't hear from you in like another 10 years, and then you'll have your act together or something, or not, and then we still won't hear from you. Who cares?
Tory was wilding on a lot of shit before this happened.
Exactly, and that's what I'm saying. Like, he was out here doing stuff, trying to, on that thug shit from Canada, by the way.
Very gun-handed.
Right. Out trying to make a name for himself.
Which is the first sign you ain't gangster.
Yeah. I mean, anyway, shout out to the, RCMP. I like y'all. Dudley Do Right was my favorite cartoon. One of my favorite cartoons when I was a kid. Anyway.
Okay.
What? Y'all don't like the Mounties? I find them hilarious.
Wouldn't know. I don't go that far north.
Okay,
I gotta make it to Toronto eventually, though.
Oh, Toronto's great. We should go.
This is weak shit.
I love Toronto. I want to go too. Well, first I have to prove that. Yeah, I got to find my Geburtstigen. That's a whole nother talk show.
Toronto is fun.
It is. It's very fun.
I haven't been in quite a while, but it's fun.
I haven't been in a while either. That's why I said we should go. I still have loonies and toonies, but
oh wow. I think I might have them somewhere. Anyway.
You have some too. You have loonies and toonies?
I think so. Somewhere.
I was talking to him.
Oh.
I don't know what the fuck that means.
Oh, okay. Never mind. So Jamie Foxx and Jennifer Aniston found themselves embroiled in a bit of controversy this week. Did y'all see this?
No.
Yeah, fuck Jennifer Aniston. Show is whack any goddamn way.
You talking about Friends?
Yeah, that show is fucking horrid.
If you say so. I mean, Jennifer Aniston
ended up fiddling with shit.
Not me.
It's the baby. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Jennifer Aniston got hit with shrapnel. Like I almost feel sorry for her because
like real shrapnel.
No, she played herself.
Internet shrapnel.
Just the least real of all.
Because okay, so here is what Jamie Foxx said.
Put that down.
He didn't say put that down.
No, sorry.
That was Wayne Brady.
Right. Okay, we'll talk about that in a minute because, I mean, well, anyway. So here's what he posted on Instagram. Now, okay, this is what he posted. They killed this dude named Jesus. What do you think they'll do to you? Let's see what happens next.
Not a crazy statement.
That's what he put. Huh?
It's not at all a crazy statement.
Not a controversial statement to us, right?
Nah, pretty common in the black community.
Right. But the Jewish community seemed to think that the they in question that killed Jesus that he was referring to was the Jews, because there's an old anti-Semitic trope that says the Jews killed Jesus. Okay.
No, Judas killed Jesus along with a bunch of Romans.
But my point is, so the Jews took it there. You know what I mean? Like they were like quick with it. Like this is anti-Semitic. And so Jamie Foxx,
All
to
five
his
of them.
credit, stop. Jamie Foxx,
I think the greater Jewish community was like, what?
Well, I'm just letting you know what a lot of them were saying. So Jamie Foxx, to his credit, real quick, took the post down and said, I want to apologize to the Jewish community and everyone who was offended by my post. And then he explained, I was betrayed by a fake friend, and that's what I meant with they, and not anything more. Which is exactly what we thought he meant, right?
Not that difficult.
That is what we thought. Because culturally with us, how I put this that's not going to offend anyone. Oh, I can't. Okay.
Yeah,
with black people, when we learned about biblical things, white folks is just white folks. Like we don't make the distinction between white people and Jews, or Jews and other. I don't even know how do I put that?
Other ethnicities?
Yeah, it's because there's a difference between race and ethnicity.
Yeah, but other people devoid of the melanin. Okay. And I understand.
Yeah, we don't divide y'all up like Greek or Italian or Spanish. We don't nah, y'all just y'all.
Right. Yeah. That's how we look at it. So when we read Jamie Foxx's statement, his initial statement, it never occurred to us that the they in question was the Jews. We thought the they in question were the same they that, done clone Tyrone. You know what I mean? The colloquial they. That is how we saw it.
Okay.
So apparently this kicked off a huge argument, with both sides being stupid, in my opinion. A lot of Jews on the internet didn't want to hear about no cultural differences. They were like, Jamie Foxx is anti-Semitic, and that's all that is, because he said X, Y, and Z, and if you're defending him, you're anti-Semitic too.
Dumb as fuck.
Yes, a very stupid take. I agree. And then black folks weren't a whole lot better, because a lot of them were like, fuck that shit. That shit wasn't even offensive. Jamie should have never apologized. And that kind of bullshit, which is equally as stupid and short-sighted. Right?
What's Jamie's real name? Earl. He works in Hollywood. Let him keep his jobs.
Well, not just that. Maybe he has friends who were Jewish. Because as quickly as it happened, I'm sure one of his Jewish friends had to have called him and said, hey, not sure if you meant this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sure that's what happened. Because he took that.
It was
shit
probably
down.
more like one of his Jewish friends calling like, yo, a couple of my peoples is wilding on the internet. You might need to check into that.
And
I don't think the whole community was offended like that.
Well, I'm not saying they were offended when he first posted it, but as it has proliferated throughout the internet, that's where
like you gotta participate.
Absolutely.
This is where Jennifer Aniston's goofy ass comes in because she liked the post and then had to retract it.
Well, hold on. Yes, but okay. So my point with black people is the black people who were saying he should not have apologized. Why shouldn't he have apologized? I mean,
I agree with it actually, because it's like motherfuckers got to start distinguishing the difference between intent and how you took it. Like, fuck your sensitivity. I know what the fuck I meant. No, this is what I meant.
Okay. No, I understand that part of it. But, okay, here's the way I think of it. Okay. If a white person says some shit that offends black people are like, oh, hell no. Now, he may not have known what he said, but it doesn't make your harm any less, is what I'm saying. So if I'm Jamie Foxx and I have friends who I have offended, whether I intended to offend them or not, I'm going to apologize.
Did you hear what Neo did?
No.
What, with his foot?
No. He was in an interview with somebody, I forgot who it was, and they asked him about the whole transgender thing, and he was like, nah, adults can do whatever they want to do, and the only problem he had with it was like, okay, if you're 9, 10, 11, 12 years old, you shouldn't be in a position to make that permanent decision. Neither here nor there, but his publicist came out on his, I guess, Instagram and was like, yeah, sorry for the statements I made. And Neo came back out like, no, my publicist said that. I stick by what the fuck I say. I don't have anything against the trans community. I just think it's crazy to do that shit as a young child. And that's my opinion. Well, you don't have to agree with me.
First of all, that's different. Like, that's an opinion. You know what I'm saying? That is, okay, here, this is what my opinion is. Whatever. What Jamie Foxx...
So people can stab you in the back like they did Jesus is a simple statement.
No,
it's not anti-Semitic.
No. It's not anti-Semitic to you because you were not raised Jewish. That is my point. Like, I can't sit over here and tell
I know that were raised Jewish was like, that's overkill.
I can't
like, for real, Kanye's wilding. The shit Jamie said,
Listen, I agree with you, but I am not Jewish. I cannot tell Jewish people what to be offended about and what not to be offended. Because how you gonna feel when they tell you which niggas y'all should be offended by and which niggas you shouldn't?
They do it every day.
And what?
For clarity, I'm far less easily offended than most people are, but I'm a matter of like, okay, your feelings are hurt. Then what?
Listen.
Like, everybody has to adapt to your sensitivities. Like, grow up.
So everybody has to adapt to yours.
No one has to adapt to mine. Frankly, if you call to my face, I'm going to laugh at you. Like, okay, I see where you're at. We're cool.
Yes, but my point is, if this person is my friend and I did not mean to hurt them and I hurt them, I'm going to apologize because I don't want to hurt my friends. Okay?
I just saying I would approach it differently. I wouldn't apologize. I go, look, this is what I actually meant. Sorry, you took it that way. But I'm an asshole.
Yeah, that's fucked up. Yeah, you are an asshole. But
I know.
But yeah,
fuck your sensitivities.
I think what Jamie Foxx did was that on a higher level. He's letting people know.
Yeah, it's a career move.
He's letting people know that, listen, that is not how I meant it. That's not how I meant it. But I now recognize that it may have had this unintended effect. And so I apologize for that. There's nothing wrong with that.
That's the problem with all of this. So that's part of the problem with all this social media stuff, especially when it's, it's not a video where somebody can hear your tone and inflection and see your face. Like,
I don't think it would have mattered in this case, but okay. But I know what you're saying.
I mean, I think maybe a lot less people may have been offended if, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think in this case it would have mattered, but in a lot of cases, I know,
Let's face it, social media is full of motherfuckers looking for something to be mad about. Like, get a fucking life.
Agreed.
Man.
Okay, so here's how Jennifer Aniston got dragged into it, if anybody cares. So she had liked the initial post, probably for the same reasons that when I read it, I was like, "Word," you know what I mean? For the because we're
It
all
happens.
thinking
Because she didn't take it the
somebody did
way that somebody who was
somebody
offended took it.
stabbed Jamie Foxx in the back. That's terrible. You know that he has to deal with that amongst his friend group, and that's probably how she took it. So she liked it, and then she hurried up once all the hoopla happened, and after he apologized, she came in and she said, "Listen, um, what did she say? I didn't. Oh, and this is what was really weird. She said,
The
"This
first
really
part.
makes me sick." Yeah, yeah. She said, "This really makes me sick," which I don't think she needed to do that. I did not like this post on purpose or by accident. What?
Stop
Like,
right
nigga,
there. Nigga,
what?
what?
Right. Right. But anyway, so then she went on to say, and more importantly, I want to be clear to my friends and anyone hurt by this showing up in their feed. I do not support any type of anti-Semitism. I truly don't tolerate hate of any kind, period. Okay. And what came next is her having to disable comments on her Instagram. You know why?
Because she started
Because
off with some bullshit.
black people were mad.
About what?
You
They
can't
thought that
start
she
off a
was
post
throwing.
like I didn't like this or didn't like this on purpose. Pick a struggle.
Oh my
They felt
God.
like
And then how
they
about
felt.
find something else to do?
I'm telling you, but they felt like
That
she
would
was
defeat the whole
throwing
purpose
Jamie.
of social media.
They felt like she was throwing Jamie Foxx under the bus, and black people came for her. Black Instagram. I imagine the black Twitter. Is it? Are we still calling it Twitter, or what are we calling
I
it?
X.
am.
Yeah, me too. Because I will not call. I will not dishonor Malcolm by calling it X.
Right.
But anywho, so yeah, so that was a fun, unproductive use of my time this week. Both of those things. Well, all three of those things. Because I really didn't get shit done this week. Because I was busy watching videos of brawls and trying to figure out why Jamie Foxx was apologizing, and you know, and trying not to read stupid motherfuckers caping for Tory Lanez.
Diana
So
Taurasi scored 10,000 points. Anybody care?
I do not. Wayne Brady says
This
he's
is why women's
pansexual.
sports can't succeed.
I
Well, I
got
just don't
dragged
care
on
about her.
Instagram
Oh,
because
what? So, oh, go ahead.
I got dragged on Instagram because somebody put up that whole thing about him and he's pansexual and whatever, whatever. So I was
Surprise,
like,
surprise.
listen, and that's why I put up all I put up was move along, nothing to see here.
Exactly.
And
Yeah, they made like a big deal about it because I actually saw it on CNN of all things. Um, Wayne Brady, an actor, announces he's pansexual, and I remember thinking to myself, "So the fuck what?" Like Wayne Brady's sex life is one thing that does not interest me one way or another.
not
Sorry,
at all.
not even a little bit. So, moving along.
I have a whole series of questions that we probably shouldn't go into at the moment.
Questions about what?
I was listening to this discussed on another podcast, and obviously they were both like, okay, this is no big deal or whatever. But for me, it questioned, what does gender mean? Like, I see it's to a point now where people will go, like on a doctor's form, you have to fill out what gender were you assigned at birth. And I thought about it. It's like you're not assigned a gender at birth. You're assigned a sex. So your sex could be,
Correct.
male, female. I guess
Correct.
hermaphrodites,
Yeah.
you got to pick a side. So it's to the point now where people will be like, my gender is pansexual. And I'm like, that's not a gender while we're saying there's 70 some genders. Like,
no. That's not a gender. That's
weird.
Sexuality.
That's like your sexual preference or lack thereof. That's
Correct.
not a gender.
Yes, that's his sexuality, not his gender.
Yeah, it's getting weird, but I'm leaving it alone.
I don't know why
Next
people
subject.
would call that a gender. Pansexual is not a gender. It's
no, neither is more than half the shit people be claiming, but all right, I know words.
Anyway, but yeah, I don't care anything about Wayne Brady, who he's fucking.
The least. Enjoy your life, Wayne.
Yeah, that is just completely not something I'm interested in at all. So, but shout out to him. I mean, live your truth.
And he said he has more research to do, which makes it even more weird. Like, defy description, people. Enjoy your life. Do what you do.
Yeah, right. There you go. I mean, listen, Mr. Brady, fuck whoever you want, and all the Mr. Bradys, Wayne, Tom,
thoroughly.
Who the fuck ever. Fuck whoever you want. Carol's husband, whatever. Fuck whoever you want. And like we really
be
don't
happy,
need to,
live your life. Like
yeah,
I mean,
we really don't need to know about it. Like we
did
really
anybody?
Don't. At all.
I mean, I don't think.
Yeah,
I don't think people, even if you thought about it, like with Wayne Brady, like I don't know that I really kind of thought he was gay. I just always thought there was the potential was be there. Like, but
he was sus.
Well,
he definitely was sus. But who at the end of the day, who cares?
I will say it doesn't surprise me, but it was never anything, but it was never anything I pondered. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
never anything I cared about.
That's why I never pondered it, because I really couldn't care less. So, yeah. Don't know why that was a headline, but that was a headline this week. So, probably throw that out there.
Could have kept that. Nobody cares.
Yeah. Okay.
Except for the people he fucking with. But
exactly. And I mean, hell, depending on his
personal business, right?
Yeah. I mean, they might
But the Dwight Howard shit is funny.
Okay, I missed the Dwight Howard shit.
Some dude released their text message thread, and basically Dwight was trying to set up a threesome with the dude and another dude, and somewhere in the messages he's like, I'm not gay though. Live your truth.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I mean, whatever.
There you go.
I mean, our friend Dell will be disappointed because she loved her some Dwight Howard.
This is not the first set of rumors on Dwight.
Well, again, he's another person I never really cared, like, who he was screwing. Like, it was just never, I don't care.
Is it? Maybe I'm probably an asshole, but does this who's screwing who mean anything to somebody? One, you can't get, or two, you don't find attractive?
Two.
And that's my point. Like, I never looked at Dwight Howard in that way. Because, I mean, I don't know. I guess he's so young. The only interaction I've ever had with him has been very pleasant. You know, he seems to be a fun guy.
They seem like cool people.
But other than that, no, I really could care less who he's screwing. Like, it doesn't move my needle on my purview on how I think about him one way or the other. Like, it doesn't make me like him more or less. Like, I just don't care.
Rightfully so. You have what?
I had a topic. I'm getting old because that topic just left me that freaking fast.
Yeah, well, it's been a...
Well,
happy birthday.
All right. Oh, thank you. One of the things that I had wanted to discuss was this. I saw a quote on social media, of course. And somebody had said, if you're still friends with your ex, you either are still in love with them or were never in love with them. What say you?
Dumb as fuck.
Somebody is an idiot. Yeah. Somebody's an idiot.
Kind of off
Just
topic.
because
I'm developing a list of red flags, and hating all your exes is one of them. But that's goofy. Like, grow up.
I have to agree. No,
Mhm.
honestly, I have always said that. I have to agree. Always
Mhm.
listen to how a dude talks about his ex-girlfriend,
Mhm.
and be very wary of the ones that blame everything on their exes.
Mhm.
Mm.
Like it's all their fault. I had no culpability in it. Yeah, I always steer
Mhm.
clear of people like
For all your
Like that.
exes ain't shit you whack. But I'm like, I'm I'm grown. I've had my heart broken before. Okay, it sucked at that point in time, but after a while, it's like, yo, go enjoy your life. We've all moved on. What the fuck? I'm gonna walk around
Mhm.
mad for? Like
Mhm.
I've had that period point in time in life where it's like, man, fuck her. But after a while, if I'm hanging on to that shit, that's only hurting me. You done went on with your life.
Yep.
I don't understand you people who are mad about people who ain't thinking about you. Keep on moving.
Don't stop. No. Um.
How'd you know?
Oh, I got one more.
Okay.
Okay. So this is really quick. All right. So I was
Yeah, we
having
got
this
a little
discussion
time.
the other day
Mm-hmm.
with a friend of mine. And we were talking about, rap 50 years and all this other stuff. And I had brought up this one particular group. And I brought up this one particular guy. And he said, um, when I think of him, I don't think of uh I don't consider him old school. I'm like, what? Wait, what? And then he got to talking and I'm listening to him. And so I thought this would be a good discussion for us to have. So I'm going to name a few hip hop artists, okay, that I would consider old school. What say you? You ready?
If I know
Mm-hmm.
who they are, it's probably old
But
school.
Right.
yeah, yeah.
I don't know no
Okay,
Lils, no Youngs, none of
okay.
Right.
So
No
first
Y
up,
and Z.
first up
Whatever.
is Busta Rhymes.
Yeah, he's old school.
I honestly don't consider him old school because he still makes music that's good.
Okay, but I mean, he old school.
So if you
Yeah, he
still
started a
make
while
you,
ago.
yeah, but that's what I consider to be, part of the old school. Like, but
Right.
I guess
Charlie
you're right.
Wilson's still making music, but he's old
Oh,
school.
brother,
What's his
leave him
name?
out of it.
What's his name? Ron
I mean,
Isley.
Grandmaster Caz is still making music, but don't nobody want to listen to it, so I consider him old school. I guess in my head, old school is after like you ain't got it for right
Yeah.
now.
No. See, to me, it just means you were hidden back in the day when music was good. Well, sorry. Get off my lawn. All of that.
Parents said the same shit about what we was listening to,
I know. That's what I'm
and
saying.
they were right in
Yeah,
Yeah.
hindsight.
Yeah. A lot of what they were saying was right.
yeah. Okay. So Jay-Z.
No, not that I stopped listening to him at the Black album, but I don't know. I just don't consider him old school yet.
I think if I was 10 years younger, I would.
You say okay,
But it's
but
hard for me to call him old school.
so okay. So before I name
But I
any
feel like
more,
he is. But go ahead.
before
Yeah, he
I
could
name
probably
any more,
pass.
I will say this: does it matter if the person was in the hip hop game, but let's just say not who they are right now? Like Buster when he was with little leaders of the new school. Does that
Oh,
matter?
I love leaders of the new school. So yeah, it matters to
Mhm.
me.
I'm saying, does that count
It
as
counts for
part of the
me.
time? Hmm?
It counts for me. Like
What about you, sir?
if I knew that's what he was doing, back in the day, like I like
As
Leaders
far
of the
as
New
whether
School,
or
so I
not
knew that.
yeah, that's the irony. I'd consider Leaders of the New School old school, just not busted. Because
Right.
he managed to keep it going.
Yeah, but I consider them both old school.
Okay. Okay. So if a person is still out and dropping current stuff that people are
Shit
listening
worth
to, you don't.
listening to, yeah.
Oh,
There's a lot of
okay. I
people
mean,
just dropping
Yeah.
shit that's like,
Yeah.
that's
See,
a
I don't have
different
that
take
same.
on it.
I don't have that same hang up. I
yeah,
mean, because to
I get
me,
it.
there's a lot of old school artists that are making music again, and new audiences are discovering them. That doesn't make them less old school
Okay. Outcast.
to me. But that
Uh, shit. I don't know if I could
who's
consider
next?
anybody that was popping in the mid to late '90s old school.
And see, okay, that's
And
okay.
see,
Okay.
I was gonna say anybody who was popping before the turn of the century. I'm gonna call them old
Oh
school.
nah, I gotta go before '90 is old school to me. But that's an age thing.
Yeah, because you're young, and that's why I said if I was 10 years younger, then
I kind of am at the same thing. Like, I feel like anybody that was in it, like the first 15 to 20, old school. After that,
Yeah, like the Fat Boys is old school to me. The
well,
Run DMC, that
fat
era.
boys are old school to everybody. Yeah,
yeah,
Run
Fat Boy. Because
DMC.
what are they like?
That was mid 80s.
82, 83, somewhere around
Yeah,
there.
they
Yeah.
had a good run.
I think it might have been even earlier than that.
Think so? So you wouldn't
Yeah,
consider
I mean,
Brand New
I'm
being
gonna give them like
Brand New?
83. I don't want to look it up.
Right. So
yeah.
is Pop old
Now,
school?
who?
Pop?
No, not to me.
Okay.
Uh, to me, he is. To me, he is.
To you, he is? Okay.
Hmm.
I only had a few because we got into some arguments. I don't really count Pac because I don't really count him. Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
Because
I
what is
mean,
he? 94? What is 93? 94?
Yeah, early
well, it
90s. I
depends
can't
on which
pinpoint.
it. Yeah, it
Yeah, you
depends on
counting
which
original
iteration of
Pac or
Pac
blew
you're
up
talking
Pac?
about. Because see, to me, he has the same issue that Busta had with
Because
Leaders of the New School.
he was with
Pac
Digital,
was in
right?
Digital Underground,
Yeah.
right? So I remember him all the way back then, and
Yeah,
all the way back then to me is old school.
yeah. How did I forget? I mean, I knew that, but I forgot about Digital Underground. I mean, I forgot that he was with them.
He's on
But
a couple
even
Yeah,
songs.
Digital Underground is almost pushing it because
yeah.
what is
Think?
Digital?
See, that
Digital is
was
80
88, 89.
87 somewhere. Somewhere around there.
Yeah, that's not pushing it to me. That is
Yeah, that's
clearly old school.
because I want to say Humpty Dance was 89,
I think that was
90.
like 89. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That was when some of y'all were still in high school, making it old school. Just saying.
Our co-host wants to say hello. Say hello. They can't hear
Say
you.
with your
Say
chest
hi.
roll.
Okay.
Hi,
Hey.
baby.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
not gonna take the mic now. That's
No,
That's
she
what you
heard
thought.
magic, and now she's trying to holler. Hi.
Hey.
Oh, baby talk.
right. Today's segment, baby talk. Right. Here you go. Here's your minis.
Come on, take it.
I know a lot of
But
fifth
that was
graders
all
that
I
don't
had
enunciate
because
that well.
those were kind of the ones that we were kind of like going back and forth on. Um, and I was just like, yeah. And then he tried to tell me Run DMC. No.
Hey.
He tried to tell me Run DMC was out like in 80, 81. I was like, no.
They might have been. I was thinking
Run
Yeah, it might have
DMC
been
was
81,
not
82.
Run DMC was not out 80, 81.
Maybe they weren't out for
82,
you.
maybe.
But yeah, I remember
They was
them
not
like
too far
really
behind
early.
Houdini.
Let me see. I'm gonna look it up.
That takes the fun out of it.
Right. Use your memory.
I want to say 82, Run DMC was out.
I figure about 82 they were out. Yeah. But they weren't out in 80 for sure.
No, definitely not 80.
Yeah. It might have been rapping in the
And
streets of Hollis.
I question 81. Yeah. Maybe.
Ooh, I did not see that coming.
What?
Oh, but that's their first studio album. According to Wikipedia, they right. They released their first studio album in 1984, but
singles was out.
They had singles out. They apparently had the first single was released in 83.
Yeah, but they had stuff on mixtapes though too.
Oh, I'm sure they had stuff on mixtapes, but I'm just saying their first thing was their first hit was 83, and I say hit because the first single was a hit.
Yeah, I can see that. All right.
And now that I'm looking at it, I really should have used it in my game last week because, But anyway.
There's not too many Run DMC lyrics that you could have got away with that I wouldn't know.
I didn't think I was going to get away with the other ones, but okay. Here nor there.
Did you tell them they was all easy?
They were, like, I picked the easy ones.
Nah.
For you. Gotta know the crowd.
They were easy for y'all, too. Y'all just didn't realize it.
And unfair to me because I had been drinking. So
correct.
Excuses.
I wasn't firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, because I thought for sure, Magic, that you would get the iced tea one like right away.
Yeah, no,
it was in the back of my mind, but I was like, I'm not sure.
Because I was gonna go with 6 in the morning, but then I was like, no, that'd be so easy.
I think that's the only iced tea song I know.
Wow, from Ryan Pace? Ooh,
I was not an iced tea fan.
Love that album.
I was not an iced tea fan. No. I didn't have a distaste for him like I had for Short and 40, but I was not an iced tea fan. His flow was whack to me, but that's just
in the
me.
beginning. I concur. He got it together later on in life.
Yeah, but that first album, I don't even know. Was Ryan Pace his first album?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I think that was his debut.
Like I told you, I ain't start messing with him to the second or third one.
But yeah, I mean, there wasn't but like what 6-7 songs on Ryan Pace. But I mean,
that's an EP.
I really like that album. Sure, I mean that's what they call it now. Let me look.
Yeah,
1, 2, 3, 9 songs. So I guess that's
I don't know.
You know, yeah.
I couldn't get past his flow to listen to anything else.
Yeah,
nah, he didn't get it together till later on. In the beginning, I was like, "This nigga's just talking passionately."
I'm sorry. 6 in the Morning was one of my favorite songs. Ryan Pace was one of my favorite songs. 409 was hilarious. My friends of mine, we still go around quoting sex. Somebody's Got to Do It was entertaining. Make It Funky was entertaining. Squeeze the Trigger was entertaining. I just don't understand
Can't
how
tell you
you
how none of
cannot
them
like
joints
that.
go.
What'd you say?
I can't say it was whack. I didn't listen to it.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't. But anyway, sure.
Listen, the only song I can even tolerate by him from back in the day is Colors and 6 in the morning. But Colors, yeah.
Oh, that is the one song I cannot tolerate by him.
I am a nightmare walking, psychopath talking. Yeah. And his flow was weak on there too. Like,
well, yeah. I mean, if we're being honest, he's a much better actor.
Yeah.
He got better at rhyming later. If y'all get bored, dig up that SMG album or concert video. Like, he got his shit together over time. It was just late.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not critical of him.
I'm your daddy.
Because I love this stuff from the. Matter of fact, I liked his early stuff better than I liked his later stuff, because I thought his early stuff was more entertaining before he got commercial, and and I don't mean commercial as a slur, because I mean it's okay to be
like
commercial.
Cop Killer?
Like that, yeah. Like I did not care for that iteration of his music. Like, yeah, like once he came out with Colors, he was on shaky ground with me.
He was on shaky ground to start with.
Yeah.
Thank goodness for him that he got that role in New Jack City, because that's what probably got him on New York what is it? Not New York Undercover.
Yeah.
What is it?
Yeah, New York Undercover.
No, the one he still plays on right now.
Oh,
CSI, one of them.
Yeah.
Oh, no, Law and Order.
Law and Order.
Yeah. He was on Law and Order, but no, he was in New York Undercover.
Was he?
Yeah. Yeah, he played some lower characters. He was in a few episodes.
Yeah,
it's the same dude that made both shows, though.
No, you know what?
They had a whole story arc on his character.
No, you're right.
He was like the nemesis.
He's
the one that killed. Killed old girl. Yeah.
Yes, it was, because they had an episode of him in there. I remember, because one of the episodes that he was on had the same apartment that they used in the movie Boomerang. Eddie Murphy's apartment in Boomerang was that same one. I was like, oh, I love that freaking apartment. I wonder where it is. I'm a visuals person, so I notice shit like that. But
sure. But yeah, no. He was fortunate that his early roles, he pretty much played himself. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like there wasn't a whole lot of stretch acting that he had to do.
Well, I'm glad Mr. Morrow got his flow together later on. Maybe I'll check it out.
Right.
Jersey.
But yeah, like I said, I like the early stuff better than the older stuff, because I think probably by like 91, I could barely listen to him.
Okay, we talking in circles. Can we call it a night?
Sure. Let us do that. You can cut half that out. We really
I ain't got the patience. So the gem at the end is you are only the main character in your story. You are highly likely background noise in somebody else's.
Very true.
True.
Yeah, don't get too full of yourself. If you like the show, tell a friend, tell a foe, tell several hoes. If not, tell everybody you know. It is the Threesome Podcast on Facebook and Instagram, the Threesome Pod on X. Thanks, Elon. That's it. Good night.
Don't flatter yourself.
I'm going to walk the dog.
Walkie, walkie, barky, barky.